Rutgers is going a little bit bigger tonight. Dylan Grant is back in the starting lineup to counterbalance Carson Cooper and Jackson Cole.
Yeah, the two seniors we talked about 4 seasons. He has just been a hard worker for the Spartans.
The tip is won by Cooper, his final jump ball here to start a game at Breslin Center. And is shut off by this Rutgers defense, coming off a win on the road against Maryland last weekend. And the two seniors can't.
The man in front of him.
And down to 2 to shoot. Tariq Francis gives it up. It's Buchanan for 3, and it's an air ball.
Same way, the same type of force they play with.
And Carr hops into the lane and 2 at the line. That's a compliment, by the way, that you said Steve Feichel.
You get excited, you start sweating yourself, and you say, hey, I would send my son to go play for him.
And it's a 2-0 Michigan State start. Back.
Well, you see why. Because he carves out space, 6'10", 260.
Cooper's first senior night basket. In the last couple of weeks, his outside shooting.
Throughout his career, he's gotten better and better. This is, right now, if you watch them, the pick and roll of Francis, he is the point guard, but they need him to score.
16.5 points a game for the lead guard, Tariq Francis. Into the paint for Cooper. Minimum 19 points in Big Ten games. If he doesn't get there, they've lost every game.
Yes.
It's been the magic number, and he'll do this to you, too. He gets to the foul.
Yeah, but before that, he wants to get this victory. And he's going to show his motions in a different way right now when the game is going on.
That's right. Mark catches in a 3. In that overtime game against Michigan State before.
Wow.
Carr flying up for the offensive rebound, and he's fouled.
I'm trying to compare my calves to his calves, and I'm figuring out why I couldn't jump that high.
Bole picked up his second foul, by the way. So in a game where Rutgers, it's Carr grinding in. It's swatted by Grant.
Dylan Grant did a nice job of absorbing contact.
And 8 to shoot, and they won't get one up as Francis goes one-on-one, a deep runner in transition, and he's fouled.
From the three-point line, he got fouled.
Yeah, a 12-foot runner when you're one-on-one in transition is. He's on record watch at the free throw line. He sinks a couple, comes into the game. Ward can't put it back, and will there be a third chance? Yes, there will. Ward muscling in. He is fouled and breaks the drought with an ankle. A lot like the pre-injury Cam Ward we saw in November.
And I give him a lot of
almost 4 minutes. Francis, the top scorer for Rutgers. He creates late in the shot clock and turns it over. And it's Francis out of the pack with it. Rutgers will selectively push. And no finish from Sunder. Got the rim, so a shot clock reset. And Buchanan recognizes and settles in. It's Grant going to work off the glass.
Good job. And right now, Rutgers are trying to take that away.
We've got Polar posted up outside of the paint, and he goes in on Grant. And Carr secures it for Michigan State. So a chance to take a lead for the Spartans with Fears lobbing it up. Now, before our full audience joined us, he had an and one. He also had a dunk on a lob. Here's Fears from outside. 47% three-point shooter, Jeremy Fears, over the last 5. A runner won't go, and it's off of Caden Powell. What's led to more success shooting the 3-ball?
Sorry?
What's led to more success shooting the 3-ball?
I think for him, he's put in so much work in the summertime, but also if you watch him, he holds his follow-through. Another turnover.
And we'll get an extra day of rest next week in Chicago for the Big Ten tournament. Jackson Kohler head down and took steps.
The turnovers are.
Like, is that for Francis?
Well, I think mostly Francis, because he's the one guy, and you can see right now Michigan State defense is extending them, but Mark does a nice job of
pump from him. You don't see a lot of those in game from Coach Peichel, but he was excited about that trip. Lino Marcus, freshman. Senior to Still time for Francis, but got to get going. He does, and it rolls home for the leading scorer for Rutgers.
Not sped up, and there's another turnover.
Well, Michigan State has turned it over in this first half, and that's 2 for Zerno.
Zerno, nice job under
for Michigan State. In the last 3 games, Michigan State has been under 10 turnovers for the game. And a nice fade for Jackson Cole.
He's out there. He's got 2 fouls. You got to know that he does not want to be aggressive and pick up his 3rd.
3. Francis bags it. Up to double digits in the... Wojcik kept the pivot. That's Cooper attacking Obole, who's in foul trouble. With big bodies that look like Obole for Rutgers.
Not a lot of guys that's built like him in the country.
Ooh, Obole, no. The Rutgers by 1. Do a timeout here. Playing through a long run of play here without a dead ball, and now he's got one, and it's Denham Wojcik.
Getting a chance to watch the game of basketball, but so many storylines about just different people's family, and that was special.
And that'll be
Divine Ikuchukwu, who's been out. They have to have Fears playing a lot of minutes.
Getting late. Tough 2 is an air ball.
The pressure on their defense to get stops.
This is a foot speed mismatch, but Cooper forced the give up, and a rattled down 3 for Caden Powers anyway.
Sometimes you see it. You see a guy that in his first year, second year, doesn't get that many free throws, and so he might be. And he is getting to the line over 5+ free throws. And as I talk, I jinx him.
And Grant can't make amends for the air ball.
Tariq Francis has done a nice job, though. Good pass by Fears.
Oh, Ward running the floor. Season. Down to 4 to shoot again. Rutgers milking clock in the half court. It's Buchanan with a lofted one off the window. Turnovers. Michigan State right on the edge of another one. Ward bails him out. And now a broken floor for the Spartans. And Carr puts it down. Now Francis, double digits in this first half. 10 points for Rutgers. He's working on Wojcik. Step back, Francis. His dad, an assistant coach when he was born. Transferred from Harvard. He drives, he kicks. With the shot clock off, it's down to 4. And Carr is... Rutgers at the free throw line. And now 7-2 at the line.
Spartans have really not taken advantage of the smaller lineup from Rutgers.
2 at the line for Cohen Carr to get. Harrison was powered by Ram trucks. Nothing stops Ram. So 20 minutes for the 5 Michigan State seniors on their home floor left in their careers.
Being able to set up guys and then also understanding the assignment for the Spartans of Michigan State when they need scoring.
He's tied with Cohen Carr for the team lead for Michigan State with 8. Yeah, we'll source that after the game, see if it's true. Here's Cooper crouching his way into the paint. Obole just picked up. His parents, Mike and Allison, here tonight. Senior day will be after this game ends. Down US 127. Playing in front of his close friends and family tonight with a lot of tickets out. Gets to just about everything, unless it's below him. 3 for Kohler from out deep. And Rutgers needs in center for senior night for Michigan State. Rutgers led a lot of the first half, but it is getting dangerous now with Obole picking up.
Fears, stop the ball, and then you have to get back and be able to rebound.
And there's Fears to the rack. No, and there's the rebounding part of what.
All right now.
Lino Mark stops the 7-0 Michigan State run.
Lino, nice play. I love this freshman.
Look out! Cohen Carr! 4th assist for Jeremy Fears. He's 1 away from Magic Johnson on the Michigan State assist list. 3 for Francis. Rolls down. Nice answer.
Beautiful.
All right, so watching Fears here. His next assist will match Magic. It's an emphatic one! Fears to call.
This pace right now.
Assist number 269 for Jeremy Fears. That matches Magic Johnson. Now he passes him! This is the Cohen Carr show. That's how high the students were bouncing after that 3rd in a row. Here's Scott. He gets in on it.
Cohen Carr.
How good was he the first time they played Michigan State? 4 threes in that game, and Carr is unstoppable right now.
That's the one thing, Zerno, you can't.
Carr, and Powers short, second chance for Grant, and he missed everything. And he gets fouled.
Status has some size.
And he missed the first. Is that the loudest it's been all night?
No, I think on those dunks.
Yeah, that's a good point. Fears back to the free throw line. On the single season list for assists, passing Magic Johnson. A pretty good shot with Michigan State. Eyes on a deep March run that he catches Cassius Winston too. And then probably right in that category. Davis has it tipped away. Takes a look at the shot clock. Gets down to 2. He steps into it and can't convert. Fuller or Ward? It's Ward.
Ward has it for sure.
Here's Fears scoring and passing in the second half. Cannon one-on-one with Ward. A veteran offensive player against the young defensive player. And Buchanan and 1 on the fadeaway. Form and guys' tendencies. Now tell me if this is a good read on my end. Buchanan seems more comfortable when he's like a lot of his best work has come that way this season. Another one up top. Tang to Ward.
Are extremely upset. Assistant coach Brandon Knight. Those guys are saying we can't give up half-court alley-oops.
Davis with 2. One more for Davis. Full court press this year, and when he gets to the free throw line, they can set it up. And they now has it with 9 to shoot. Post entry with 7 to shoot. Back in with 4 to shoot, and Cooper bangs it home.
Points in the paint. Yes.
Well, here's Zerno chasing around Scott. Oh, he can't hit it. And Cooper swats it to Tang. The top 10 offensive rebounding team in the country. And Michigan State has only been out-rebounded once in Big Ten games. Buchanan not there. Known for. But off the bottom of the backboard. Leads to the Wojcik break. He creates. Tang. Well, Scott propelling for championship run. 269. That assist for Magic happened in the national title game on a Greg Kelser dunk. Brian Dorsey to tee him up. Paul Sells getting the worst of it from Tom Izzo.
At the same time was also calling to tee him up as well.
So let's see if that gives Rutgers a little life. And it does. Rutgers with 6 threes in this game, hovering around 60%, or 50%, excuse me. Wojcik draws one on Woolley. Getting late for Jackson Kohler. Tang off the hand. A deep 2 is Cash.
Good point shot, shooting it close to 40%.
Tom Izzo called it getting off the carpet against Indiana. What he did is Lino Mark, another strong, keeps this core of young guys together. It could be scary. Dances off. Tang short. Kohler with a friendly senior basket. But you are the fastest player in the Big Ten. I need you to play like it.
I agree. Just watching him.
Former North Carolina guard, now with Charlotte Hornets. Long time with the Chicago Bulls. And he misses the... And Kohler takes a look inside for Ward. There's Obole showing with the 4 fouls. It's Scott. That hot spot from the... Following Christie on Instagram. Buchanan short. Chicken. Buchanan. Doesn't appease him. Their leading scorer and passer with that foul danger. He sets up Kohler. Nice shot fake. And head down to the rim. Double on senior night. Buchanan stuck with Fears, but the leaner sits down.
If you're Rutgers, you gotta try to have him pick up his 5th.
Francis rejected the ball screen at mid-range. Steve Pico calls him the mid-range assassin. Fears said that looks pretty good. I'll do the same.
Fears are starting to play in the control on him.
That one doesn't sit, and Carr goes crashing into Ward. And good hustle by Buchanan to save it to Woolley, who takes the contact. Well, the conversation between segments there. Rutgers it's going to up. They're going to more than double their allotment for next year. As Woolley robs the students of chicken, once it's going toward retention, and then how much is toward new players for next year. Drive, kick, Carr knocks it down. All the tools tonight for Carr. And that three makes it a 14-5 Michigan State run. Woolley tied up with Ward. And Chris let him grow. Is that what you were getting at?
Yeah, but sometimes it's not up to the coaching staff.
Right. What will take a little stress off is portal doesn't open until after the national championship game.
Right.
So, Francis. So reloaded with 7 to shoot for Wojcik. What can he get in the books?
Good pass.
On senior day, and it's Cooper with a hard foul on Woolley. Both him and Kohler, the 4-year players. I probably did not deserve to be here. He has a family from down the road that believe.
In every aspect, you watch his jump shot, watch his free throws, you watch his relentlessness in theirs.
Bole brought it down. Steps in. It is short. It's getting to that time of game where you just never know. Is this your last of in?
Smile, but at the end, there'll be some tears.
Well, especially from Thomas this year before they're on the road to Ann Arbor this weekend to close it out. Bole. He has had some strong takes last few trips. It's Mark into the body. No, Bole. Wow, he's turned into a dominant force. And you said Tom Izzo. 75-63. Fears has played through some foul trouble in this half. And Spartans get it back to Cal. He kept another one alive before Cooper says enough of that. Fears pops the mid-range shot.
Youngsters out here, nothing wrong with the mid-range shot. The three-point shot is great, but if you can do that too, it's a weapon.
Bole and one. Got his degree in December. He's helped them out on the glass. Yeah. 2 minutes from securing a top 4 seed in the Big Ten tournament. And Bole just fouled out of the game. So the only thing to stop him. Cooper catches in the play. So 2 for 2. Big game they play against Indiana this weekend too. You can see it on Fox Saturday against Indiana. 2 bubble teams going at it. Off the window for 2. Kohler. It could be his last trip, and he heads to the free throw line. So Jackson Kohler hits his first. Jackson Kohler ice at the 15 senior night points with 1:15 to go. Drive, kick. Francis is fouled, and it goes. Trap, trouble with it. Fort, and turns it over. Francis saves it. A 3 is there for Powers. And he's 10 of 11. Hands, or would understand. There was some negativity around not playing as much as he thought he would, but
7-point game. Not a lot of time taking off the clock either.
42.8 to go. And there's the final timeout, and so is Jordan Scott. So starters back on the floor to try to close it out, and Fears to the line for the double bonus. And the 90% foul shooter got it first.
It's right at 90.4.
That's twice tonight, Steve.
Yep.
A skyscraper for 2. It's a 5-point game, and it's out of bounds off Rutgers with 22.5 left.
You got to get it across too.
A tough angle here for Scott, and he turns it over. Powers with the put away, and it's a 4-point game in Michigan State. Double bonus. And it stays perfect, 7-7. 8 of 8, 21 points going Carr.
All up. But watch the speed.
Leo Mark racing to the rim, took the contact and spun it home on the circus shot. Tom Izzo put all 5 seniors on the floor together. And there's a miss. So, putting his starters back in there together. Correction for Cooper. Inside 10 seconds. Francis attacks the rim. Out for a Buchanan 3 that splashes in. In a quiet gym, Fears hits the first. Yes. And that should seal it. And Michigan State hangs on. Kohler, Cooper, and Michigan State sweats it out to clinch a top 4 seed for the Big Ten tournament. A bye to the quarterfinals. And was that sweat-inducing?
It was, and I give all the credit to Rutgers, Coach Pikel and his team, where they came out and fought.